Hi, my name is Cindy, and I'm a loser. You're probably wondering, why would she say something like that out loud? After all, a loser is someone who's incompetent or unable to succeed, right? Wrong. I want to challenge that notion. In fact, I want to challenge all of you to become losers. But why on earth would you ever want to do that? Because many of us believe success is all about what we gain, like wealth, recognition, and achievement. Yet even as we pursue those things and feel we're doing everything right, how often do we find ourselves wondering why we're not reaching our full potential, or even when we do, why we still don't feel successful? So what if we have success all wrong? What if the key to success isn't in what we gain, but in what we lose? Imagine you're born wearing an invisible, empty backpack. And as you go through life, you unknowingly fill it with limiting beliefs about yourself, like I'm not good enough, or I don't have what it takes. And over time, the weight of your backpack becomes so heavy, it prevents you from reaching your full potential. And that's why I'm redefining the meaning of loser, not as someone who fails, but as someone who succeeds in losing these limiting beliefs. Because when we do, we can discover success both inside and out. Now, how did I come to this realization that becoming a loser was the path to true success? Picture me many years ago as a classically trained singer and pianist with a flair for comedy, leaving Ohio's cornfields for Hollywood's palm trees, chasing dreams of fame and fortune. I performed on stages, shared the TV screen with Jim Carrey, appeared in national commercials, and voiced cartoons for Disney. But my greatest performance was the smoke and mirrors routine I perfected behind the scenes. You see, when I was 6 years old, my mom died, and everything changed. The qualities in me that I'd previously been praised for, like my gumption or my silliness, now felt unwelcome. My invisible backpack grew so heavy with beliefs that I was defective, unlovable, and inadequate, I concluded my talent was the only thing of value about me, and I stuffed that belief in my backpack as I headed to Hollywood, convinced fame and fortune would finally prove I was worthy. And while successes skyrocketed me to cloud 9, sometimes a single setback could make me feel so worthless, it could take me weeks to bounce back. And so despite my successes, my career, my dream, never truly took flight because of the heavy weight I carried in my backpack. Now, whether or not we're even aware of our limiting beliefs, many of us are so used to carrying them, we've lost sight of where most of them came from. The innocent interpretations of our younger selves. And because of this, we often do what I did and mistake these outdated beliefs for the truth about who we are. And what's more, the National Library of Medicine shared an article originally published in Integrative Medicine, a clinician's journal. And in it, biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton suggests that 95% of our behaviors are driven by our subconscious programming, which is largely shaped by our early life experiences. So this implies that many of the beliefs influencing our actions operate outside our conscious awareness. So unless we deliberately address them, they continue to run on autopilot, keeping us stuck in a limited version of ourselves, or chasing external success, hoping it'll compensate for what we mistakenly believe we're lacking. But we still don't feel successful because we're seeking validation out there rather than finding it in here. And so today, I want to invite you to open your invisible backpack, take out one of your limiting beliefs, and explore what could be possible for you if you lost it through a process I call the 3 steps for liberating your inner loser. And here's how it works. 1, right now, think of an area of your life where you desire more success. Whether it's your career, a relationship, your health, even your free time. And as you picture that area in your mind, 2, complete this sentence. But I can't succeed in that area because, is it too late for you? Are you not smart, attractive, talented, qualified enough? What is your limiting belief? And 3, imagine taking that belief out of your backpack, throwing it on the floor, and kicking it to the curb for good. And now that it's poof, gone, what could be possible for you? Thinking about what could be possible might feel daunting at first. But did you feel a tiny hint of freedom? That's what happens when you become a loser. You remove the inner barrier between where you are and where you want to be, and now you can choose to pursue that newly cleared path, and not from a place of lack, but from a foundation of wholeness, the most powerful springboard there is for reaching your full potential. I know, because as the proud loser standing before you today, I continue to release limiting beliefs from my backpack. And in doing so, I've kind of been reconnecting with that little girl in me who, like all of us, started out with an empty backpack. And I uncovered a truth that changed my life. I've been worthy all along. So can you imagine the potential in our communities if we all liberated our inner losers, no longer driven by a fear of inadequacy, but by our innate worthiness? That transformation could spark boundless creativity, groundbreaking innovations, and most importantly, a culture where success isn't defined by what you gain on the outside, but by how you feel about yourself on the inside. And now that you've uncovered what could be possible for you by letting go of just one limiting belief, consider the incredible impact you could make by shining your brilliance from the inside out and taking one brave step toward that newfound possibility today. After all, what have you got to lose? Thank you.